What do I do? And he just comes here, parks right next to us, and starts waving at us.
Sitting down at dinner with another guy, right? Your relationship with her was very clearly ended by her, right? Why would you even try and talk to her?
On November the 2nd of 2024, a Florida patrol unit was approached by a scared and distraught young lady. She claims she has a stalker for months now. On that evening, he had been seemingly around her and her new boyfriend all night. As the investigation continues, they uncover something much more sinister.
Something around that?
How do you know him, or how do you?
I was dating him for like 2 months. We went on like 5-6 dates, and not dating like boyfriend and girlfriend. We went out on a few dates, and I told him since June 26th, I told him stop. I don't want to talk to you. I blocked him from everywhere, and the guy keeps like calling me, sending me messages, stalking me everywhere.
What's your name?
4-5's here with me. It sounds like it's going to be a stalking case.
Then I was like, okay, maybe he's like cool. Maybe he's not gonna approach us. Like literally, he just at some point he just like turn around and say, hey, like, how are you? And he like, oh, she goes on a bunch of dates. Oh, she this and that. And then he told him like, that he was gonna like give him his hand, like, oh, like good luck or something like that. I don't even remember what he told him.
And then you said you filed police report with
a few months ago, yeah,
with
not with Coco. I filed it with Melbourne.
Melbourne, because he followed you out there.
So he's been calling me and like non-stop, like it's been like non-stop, and sending me like the birthday present and sending me a bunch of things, and I'm like, I just don't.
Okay.
What did he do just now? Did I tell you, like he drove this way, he drove that way, and then when we were like, I was literally like washing my feet to get like the sand out of the beach that we were, and then he just, you know what he did? He parked right next to us. He parked right next to us, and he started.
Yeah, that's her red car.
That's her car.
Hey, I'm trying to think. You ever check the underneath your car for any tracking devices?
I asked the police officer when I made the report that he went to my house, and I was like, I just feel like I'm being followed, and he told me like those things like usually ping your phone.
Yeah.
Typically, if it's
dating a girl who she had a guy stalking.
So
her, and she found a black box.
The air tags and the squares or the tiles, whatever they're called, your phone will say, hey, you're being tracked by a device, or a tracking device is following you around. Yeah. The black box that you're describing is typically what, like, if you finance a car.
I guess, right?
Well, if you finance a car, the finance company leaves it on the car, or the buy here, pay here place will leave it on the car, so that if you default on your loan, they know where to find their car, so they can go repo it. It may, if it's there, it may be him. It may be, I don't know if you own the car outright or if you financed it through a. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think I have any of that.
Okay.
Auto out of Melbourne, valid class B, corrective lenses, 1054 to 29P, so forth.
Have you got to the courts to apply for an injunction?
I tried going there, and they told me exactly what you told me. Like, if he's not threatening your life, you cannot do anything. Just try to get him in your house, and I'm like, I'm not gonna try to get him on my house to get him on a camera.
That's the thing is, right? Because right now, for what it sounds like, it's annoying to you. It's aggravating because you say you were going on a date, it pops up at the court, filling station, being rude about it. There's no law against that. There's no law against saying, hey, she likes to go on other dates. And I know that's not what you want to hear. But there's nothing that we can do to arrest him or nothing because he didn't do anything criminal. See what I'm saying? Now, if he starts now engaging in, like, harassment, constantly calling you and hanging up, or consistently following
but that's exactly what it's
following you to your house and stuff. But see, here's the catch for all, right? He lives here. Now, how does he know you're here? I don't know, right? But he lives in this city. You live in, and then you're at a restaurant where he doesn't live that far from 4th Street filling station.
But when I was in Melbourne, he did the same.
Well, that's when you need to call Melbourne PD, right? Because now he's going out of his way.
Yeah, but I do need the case.
You know, we'll just give her the CFS number.
Yeah. So you say he's calling you constantly. Have you blocked his number?
I blocked his number. I blocked the number.
So he's calling you from a new number now?
Random numbers and random text messages. And let me show you what he sent me.
And when he calls you from these other numbers, are you answering and hearing that it's his voice?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you're back home, you need to call Melbourne and update the case that you have against him, because that is an ongoing course of behavior that's causing you undue stress. You've already expressed to him explicitly that you don't want communication from him. You've blocked his phone number, and he's circumventing your attempts to not talk to him. That's stalking. but it has to be filed with the jurisdiction where you are the active victim of it, and that would be where you're living at in Melbourne.
It's upsetting, but you got to get yourself together. Put yourself together and understand, right, that you have to do things.
But I've had to put myself together twice tonight. Because it happened twice tonight.
Yeah, but again, here in Cocoa Beach, right?
I'm so sorry, Daniel. Like, I know it's freaking second day that you're like having to deal with all this drama. I'm so sorry.
You know, obviously you dated somebody, and I don't know how often you dated him or for how long. Obviously, he's
Sounds
still
like a
has
nut.
feelings for you, or he's just maybe not right in the head. But
He's not like.
no, I we get that. People normally don't follow people around.
But that's also a not super common vehicle or a common vehicle color, and
He didn't know that I
super.
had that car.
He doesn't. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add.
my car.
I'm going to do.
I had a green Toyota Prius.
I'm going to do a CFS report, a call for service report. I'm going to add some comments in there saying that you stopped out with this, why you stopped out with this, and your concerns. Attached to that report is this call for service number right here. Whenever you talk to Melbourne, you can give them this number. They can pull my notes. So that whenever they update their report, their stalking report against him on your behalf, they'll have everything that we talked about. And they'll have access to my body camera and his body camera. They'll be able to pull all that.
Well, no, unfortunately, I left it in there because
They'll have access to my body camera.
expecting her to just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they'll have access to my body camera, and they can see all your concerns and how visibly distraught you are. That's a contributing factor in a stalking allegation. You are very obviously emotionally distressed due to the actions of this person. What did you say his name was?
Walter.
Right, I got
Roy.
it. I got it.
Okay.
I got his info.
We'll find him on David and Adam. But like I said,
And he's driving
his-
a green Jeep.
when he's committing the offense, you are in Melbourne. Right now, he is in his backyard, or you're in his backyard,
But what he
and we
did
can't prove.
wasn't okay.
Right. It's not what we know, it's what we can prove in the criminal field. So we know that somehow he knew you were at 4th Street Filling Station, but we can't prove it. Your phone would have notified you if you had a tracking device on there, one of the two common ones.
But what he did was like he showed up there, he left the place, and when he was leaving the place, he like got close to us. Now we decide to leave the place and we go to the beach. We go back again.
How long did this happen and how?
Okay, so the first time that he got like close to us was like an hour and a half ago, like an hour ago.
Like 2 hours ago.
Okay, and then he left, and we asked for the check, and I talked to them, can I get your camera, can I, da, 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 da. And then we cross the street, go to the beach, go back again, and then I'm like washing my feet, he's just leaving, and I call him like he just passed this way, and he then passes this way, and then he comes back, comes here and gets in the parking lot, and parks right next to us, and he tells me, leave. Like, this is me talking to him on the phone. I'm like, please don't leave to your house. Just let me, like, what do I do? And he just comes here, parks right next to us, and starts waving at us.
So, and then, you know, when it started from the initial, right, if it's that distraught and you have history, if it continues to happen, I suggest that you call, right, law enforcement, wherever you're at, right, to say, hey, listen, now, the corporal was saying that you got that CFS number, but don't delay, right, because then if law enforcement get in there, you can point out this guy continuing to follow me. Law enforcement can at least make contact, and that'll all be recorded on body cam, and we can say, hey, what's going on? Whatever side of his story he's got, and then we can tell him, obviously, if he doesn't want to make contact with her, you got to stay away. But, you know, waiting an hour and a half, 2 hours does not help, because, right, see what I'm saying? You have to react quicker and just call us, just so at least we can see what's going on, make contact, and, hey, you need to stop. If she's out here and you know she's out here, don't make contact. We can't tell him not to go to that restaurant.
But he was close.
But we can't tell him not to go to that restaurant. He can go there unless there's an injunction. Now, if you have an injunction against him, like a restraining order, that's a little different, right? Because now he has to stay away from you at least more than 500 feet, right? Stay away from your place of business and everything.
All this evidence
I know it's not exactly how you want to hear it, but by law, this is how it has to happen.
Do you mind if I look inside the cab of your vehicle real quick? There's a couple common places where tracking devices are placed.
Go
I'd like to.
ahead.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to. I bought that car 2 months ago.
It's going to end up not being our jurisdiction. It's going to be a Melbourne stalking case that she's already filed with, but I guess the guy saw her at 4th Street filling station and came and harassed her. She thinks there's a tracking device. So she consented to me looking at a couple common places real quick to see if there is a tracking device on here. Nope. The port where it would be plugged into is empty. So she had, since her relationship with him, she's changed vehicles. He shouldn't know that this is her car.
But he's still finding her.
Right. And like they sat down, they were eating. He shows up, he sees her. They get uncomfortable and they leave. They go out to the beach. She comes like an hour and a half later, and she's standing there rinsing her feet off in the parking lot. I guess there's a water hose at 4th Street for people to do that.
Yeah.
And he comes up right next to him and waves and like, just like creepy stuff. But it's a public place. There's no injunction in place.
Yeah.
She's in his backyard right now. He lives, I guess, like 2 blocks away from 4th Street filling station. So her phone has not notified her. It's not going to be an AirTag and it's not going to be a tile because those would tell you that there's tracking devices. I'm thinking it may be her phone. He may be tracking her phone.
Possibly. Usually it would need a power source if it was in the car.
Yeah.
If it's not an AirTag or something.
Right. Could he be tracking your phone?
He did send me some pictures a few months ago on a zip file, and I never opened it.
Okay. He could be remotely tracking your phone.
Attachments that he sent to me.
Yeah, I would go to a phone repair store and have them do a scan on it. Who's your phone carrier?
T-Mobile.
Who's your phone manufacturer? Is it an Android or an iPhone? Apple? Take it to an Apple store. Say, hey, I think someone's tracking me. Can you do a diagnostics on it? The Apple stores do those. Apple loves to protect your privacy as their user.
Yeah.
They jump at the opportunity to prove that your phone is safe. They love doing that. I didn't find, so typically if there's a tracking device, it needs a power source for one. So if it's not an AirTag or a tile, it's got to be plugged into the wiring harness somewhere. So I checked the common spots where wiring harness access is available, and the plug that it would be plugged into is not plugged into anything. So I don't think there's a tracker on the vehicle. I'm going to say he probably installed something on your phone while you were dating him, and that it very secretly tracks you on the phone.
It's the same phone, but I don't think I left him like any time close to Can you just send it through a message?
I don't know. I've never stalked somebody before to be able to say yes or no in solidity. But
Thank you.
that call for service number will give whoever you speak to at Melbourne PD, or if you're in an unincorporated, the sheriff's office, it'll give them access to everything that we're doing in my entire body camera video to show how distraught you are, which is very important in a stalking investigation. The victim has to be distraught. They have to be...
No, but it was like... You saw it. It was like coffee.
Yeah. You good to drive, brother?
I'm good.
You tired?
I'm tired. I woke up at 4:20 a.m.
You got one eye that won't really open.
Yeah, I have ptosis. It's a medical condition.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that we weren't intoxicated.
No. We
Okay.
didn't drink.
I work at SpaceX, and I wake up early and work. Yeah.
You from Titusville?
Yes, sir.
Did you go to Titusville?
I was. No.
No? Okay.
I went to Delaware High or Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral? Okay.
Yeah, up in Delaware.
I feel like I know you from somewhere.
Oh. Maybe I had that face.
He kind of looks like Lutz, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There's a police officer in Palm Bay that you look strikingly resembling of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But she'd be happy if he was a cop.
Right?
But, you know, listen to what he's telling you. Check your phone. Make sure everything's good. When you're in the city, we're here for you. Call us.
Thank you so much.
If we can do something, we'll do something. We're not just going to ignore it. But if we can't do something, we'll just give you the best advice and the best way for you to go forward. But at least call us, and we'll show up where we're at.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
good. You know you don't have to call 911.
And you can text 911 if you need to be discreet about it. If you're at a restaurant again on another date and he shows up, you can text 911 that you have somebody stalking you and they are following you and they are there. And 911 will they respond via text. They'll get all your information that they need. That way he doesn't get spooked and leave. If you're wanting us to show up and him still be there.
Look, I am going to be fair and square with what I'm going to say. I know this is where he lives. So when he showed up over there, I was like, okay, I mean, it was expected because it's close to him. What I wasn't expecting was what he did, of approaching us, and then like 2 hours later, like he just kept circling around until we left. And when we left, he literally just sat, like parked, and started waving at us. That's not nice.
And then we obviously you got to be careful, but he may do that to try to see maybe if I do this and maybe it won't work out with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did things end
More likely
badly between you and him, or did it like one side?
I asked him to like stop texting me.
Okay, so
I asked
maybe
him, look,
like LT said.
I updated my Bumble profile in Colombia when I was like visiting my family over there. I updated my Bumble profile over there, and my sister updated my Bumble profile over there because I don't have the taste for like those things, you know. And she updated my Bumble profile, and you know what he did? You have updated your Bumble profile twice since you got to Colombia.
Oh, he's insecure. He feels like
I didn't have him on Bumble.
Oh. Yeah, that's kind of weird that he knew that you updated a Bumble profile that you didn't have him on. But get with Melbourne when you're feeling like it. Try to enjoy the rest of your night. And we're here if you need us. Okay?
Thank you.
And definitely be careful exiting the roadway area that you're at,
I'm
because
so
you're
sorry.
facing against traffic.
I wasn't like looking. I wasn't seeing. I was just crying. And like he was like, "Don't dare!" I'm like, I couldn't see anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'd rather you find us and us not be needed than you need us and can't find us.
Yeah, I just told her to let's get out of the parking lot, keep driving. We'll find some police in the way. So I'll find you guys.
Nothing like flashing blues and reds to show you where we're at.
Obviously, it's an emergency for you, right? It's down 911. You're panicking. You don't know what he's doing.
I just didn't want to hang out with him.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and he'll be fine. Like just call us and like say have a safe night and just keep your eyes open, keep yourself together. Don't panic, because when you panic, that's when everything goes out the window. Just keep yourself together. Especially Colombians. Colombians are good at keeping themselves together. Keep yourself together, and then just you'll know what to do from that point forward.
If you want, you can follow me up to 95
And then I just drive back. Yes.
All right?
Thank you.
Have a better night. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Shortly after the female victim gets in her vehicle, police officers are flabbergasted as they spot the peeper riding his Jeep parallel to the scene. Share your thoughts below.
Walter? Get out of the car, Walter.
Yeah, okay.
You're being investigated for stalking, so you are not free to leave at this moment. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I have somebody who approaches me on a traffic stop, crying her eyes out, that you have followed her and harassed her at a restaurant, and now here you are driving by us twice.
And then you sent text messages too while we were out with you.
One of which was, stay out of Cocoa Beach. Who are you? Who do you think you are? What gives you the right to tell someone that? Are you the president of Cocoa Beach?
No, I'm not.
What is your issue?
I'm not. Let me put a shirt on. Let me put a shirt on.
You have any ID in there?
You got your Massachusetts ID with you?
I do. Where are
I do. 35 Cocoa Beach. Is that 27 number for him ending in 1012 at the intersection of Holiday Lane and A1A. Do you realize this is not look good at all? I just don't understand what would compel you. She's sitting down at dinner with another guy, right? Your relationship with her was very clearly ended by her, right? Why would you even try and talk to her? And then, 2 hours later, after she's been out on the beach, again try and make contact with her in the parking lot of 4th Street filling station.
I didn't do that.
Can you take your hand out of your pocket for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, of course.
So, you're telling me that 2 hours ago you didn't go to dinner at 4th Street filling station, or did you?
Well, no, I stopped at 4th Street to meet with friends.
Okay, which is your right.
And
It's a public place and it's near your home.
And then I bumped into her.
Okay,
And then I did have some words with her.
okay. And then she says she went to the beach for like an hour and a half, and when she came back and she was rinsing her feet off, you come up next to her and you start waving at her.
Where was she rinsing her feet off?
At 4th Street,
I wasn't
where her vehicle was still parked?
there. I was at Cat 5.
Yeah, Cat 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was,
Video show that at Cat 5 that you never left.
What? The video? I left like 3 times.
Okay, so where did you go when you left?
I stayed at Cat 5. I went home. I came back to Cat 5. I
Why
parked.
did you go home and come back to Cat 5?
Yeah.
I said why?
Why? I was
The number 4.
tired. I wanted to go home for a little bit, and then my friend texted me, so I decided to come back.
Okay.
What's your address?
How long have you lived there?
6 months.
6 months. You working right now?
Yes.
All right. Where do you work at?
I worked full time for rental.
Okay. How long you been working there?
About 6 months.
6 months. So you moved down here and started working there?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long does it take for you to determine if you're going to stay here or not?
Right about another 2 months.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I'm on a 9-month contract.
Okay.
So, and then once the 9 months are up, and then they can decide if they want to hire me.
If they're renewing a contract or not?
Yes.
Okay. I gotcha. Do you have another job back in Massachusetts?
Not right now.
Do you still maintain this Street address?
Yes.
Okay. You own that house or you rent it?
It actually is my family's house.
It's your family's house. So let's say that you, by some freak incident, lost your job tomorrow. Would you go back up there, or would
That
you
is
be
my
down?
primary address.
This is your primary address?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been my primary address for about 25, 30 years.
How would you define a primary address?
The house that I grew up in, the house that my parents owned.
Because here's how
live in.
the United States government views a
Yes.
primary address.
Yes.
Let's divide the year into 6 months and 1 day,
I'm with you,
and
sir.
5 months and 30 days.
Yes.
6 months and 1 day is your primary.
Okay.
Temporary is going to be the one that you're not at for less than, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So
So you've
what-
been here for how long?
About maybe close to 6 months.
And you have 2 more years on your, or 2 more months on your contract?
That's
2.5, maybe.
That's your primary address.
Well, it's not quite yet, but it will be hopefully soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And that 28 Schumber's Oak.
I want Florida to be my place, but yeah.
I was just going to take that.
do you have anything to drink at Cat 5?
I've had 2 beers
2 beers in what kind of period of time?
over about a 4-hour period.
Okay, that's reasonable. You're pretty steady on your feet. I don't see you swaying. You got a little bit of bloodshot, but it's not anything that would lead me to believe that you're intoxicated while driving. But at the same time, you know what alcohol's biggest symptom is in human beings? It affects our judgment.
It does.
You think that maybe our judgment tonight has been a little half-brained?
I agree. So I stopped at 4th Street to meet a friend. I saw her with a date. I made a bad move by walking up to them, and that was a bad move. You know, I hadn't seen her in about 4 or 5 months, maybe 3. And I made a bad move. I told her, you know, another Bumble date, or another Bumble date, you're gonna come to Cocoa Beach. You know, I would appreciate it if you didn't come to Cocoa Beach, and that was a mistake that I made.
Well, there's a bunch of other text messages from the other number that she had saved from your primary.
Yeah, I asked her to not come to Cocoa Beach.
No, the other phone, not the text tonight. All the other text messages you've been sent her over the past week.
The past week?
Yeah.
I have not.
Past few weeks, I should say.
I have not contacted her in at least like months.
Nah.
And I asked her, like, I don't know how how to explain myself. I mean,
So
she,
when I
she-
subpoena your phone records,
Yeah.
it's going to show you the subpoena phone number that contacted her.
yes,
It's going to come back to you and show you haven't contacted her in weeks from the other phone number.
weeks. Yes.
You just said months, didn't you? Now it's weeks. Because I said,
Sir, I'm not.
So let's lay it out. Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
I just want the truth.
That's not my intention.
So the two of you dated for, I think she said 4 or 5 total dates over a couple week period, right?
We dated for about 3 months.
3 months, okay.
I mean, it doesn't
And then
matter.
she goes home to Colombia to visit her family,
At this point, it doesn't matter.
and she tells you that she no longer wants to continue dating you and to leave her alone. Is that fairly accurate?
That's not exactly what she said, but yeah.
Was she her sister updated her Bumble profile, and you texted her and said, "Hey, you're updating your Bumble profile. I thought we were dating." Is that not how that went?
Wow, she's giving me the whole fucking
Well,
spiel.
yeah,
No, that's not exactly what happened, but yeah.
but it's pretty close, right?
yeah,
So I'm on the right path here.
Whatever she wants.
So she told you, "Hey, it's not working out. Whatever's going on." Told you, "Leave me alone."
She did not say that, but whatever she told
At
me.
any point, did she
Whatever.
tell you she didn't want you to text her anymore?
No.
At any point, did your number stop calling her and suddenly get blocked?
I mean, it did get blocked.
Okay, that number is still blocked, right?
Yes.
So how are you contacting her now?
Well, it was another number.
So why, if your number gets blocked, why would you create another number to contact the number of the person who blocked you? They obviously, it's reasonable to believe that they don't want you talking to them,
I
right?
made a bad decision.
And they told
know?
you to stop several times.
I bumped into her down 4th Street. I used a alternate number app to ask her, can you please not come to Cocoa Beach? I mean, you can check her text messages. You can tell,
Oh, she showed them to us.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
my
I,
lieutenant's over there still looking at them.
and I asked her not to come to Cocoa Beach. I said, please don't bring your shit.
So my
to
next
Cocoa
question is,
Beach.
why were you in the parking lot right here?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, why'd you drive through the parking lot here?
It seemed like, I don't know,
Another bad decision, right?
or another bad decision.
You realize how this looks. Totality of the circumstances. It looks like you're stalking her. You're driving on a license that you should have a Florida license by now. Your tag is, something's wrong with your tag, something about insurance. So,
Massachusetts has suspended your tag.
not legal to drive this vehicle.
I just got my insurance reinstated today.
Well,
Yes.
Massachusetts has said no.
says they don't want you to have a tag anymore.
Right. The state of Massachusetts has revoked this vehicle's right to be on the vehicle on a roadway.
Yeah.
So, whole lot's going on. Do you know someone with a tow truck that could come get this, or do I have to tow it?
Can I ask you a question?
I will answer your question with complete honesty. What's your question?
Am I getting arrested tonight?
There's a good chance, man.
There's a decent chance. Now, if you start being completely and totally honest with me and stop saying, "Oh, a couple weeks, couple months," when you literally texted her tonight, know that anytime we ask a question,
Yes.
we already know the answer.
No, I'm completely compliant right now. I will get this towed, but yes.
Make that call now.
So I just got this reinsured yesterday.
Okay.
I just sent the paperwork back
You
to
know,
We-
tell you how much I believe that?
I can show you the
Even still, even if it's insured right now, the state of Massachusetts has literally said this vehicle cannot be on a roadway. They took away your ominous dominus. It's done. They don't want this vehicle with their name on it on any roadway.
They've unregistered your vehicle.
I
So
understand that.
now it's an unregistered vehicle. We're going to collect the tags off the vehicle,
No, you should.
and you're going to actually have to go the proper way and get tags now instead of Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna charge you with unregistered motor vehicle because there's no criminal intent there. You didn't know that the state of Massachusetts has revoked this vehicle's right to be on a roadway. All to you, like you just said, you just thought it was an insurance issue, and you fixed it. You got your insurance
I did
fixed.
think it was. And I can
But-
show you the paperwork. I literally just figured it out today. I'll
Yeah.
show you
So the state of
paperwork.
Massachusetts
Yeah.
is the same as the state of Florida. As soon as insurance lapse, they want their license, their driver's license, or their license.
21.
Yeah.
They want it back.
So what would you two like me to do right
No.
now?
I would like you to call somebody who can pick up your vehicle. That requires a tow truck at this point,
And I can do that.
so that I don't have to wake up our rotation drivers at 1 in the morning and interrupt their night's sleep.
Do you know any local tow companies by chance? I did move down here by myself, so I'm trying to figure out like how I should handle this. Tour company near me.
Can you ask them what their estimated time of arrival is?
I'm sorry, she's asked me that 3 times.
Yep. So you're calling a tow dispatch service, or you know somebody with a tow truck?
I just called it dispatch service.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it as a rotation.
32931.
We're gonna do it as a rotation because they're gonna take 2.5, 3 hours to come out. Just cancel it, brother.
Excuse me?
Just cancel it with them. They're gonna take too long to come out.
No. The what location?
Step back here with me, please. He was calling a dispatch service. Those take hours.
Oh, yeah. Which cars?
I already have.
That's not healthy.
Is she staying to do a sworn?
Yep.
Okay. All right, place your hands behind your back for me. You have anything illegal on you?
Is there anything we can do?
Cover the hood of this car for me right here, please.
Whatever you guys need.
You can place your pelvis on the Ford emblem, okay?
Yep.
Hang tight. I can put gloves on, and I take a minute because my hands get sweaty out in public.
I got my wallet, my keys.
I'll grab whatever you need me to grab.
Okay.
The vehicle keys need to stay with the vehicle so that he doesn't have to drag it up on the rollback.
As the officer finishes his investigation, he begins a search of the suspect's vehicle. What he discovers is terrifying.
They're both facing the correct way, and that car's facing the wrong way behind them. Is that it?
It's a spy device. It's literally called SpyTech GPS. He's got a receipt in here for Speedo Vanquisher 2.0.
Do you have the GPS on the car?
I bet he does. Yes, I do.
That's all evidence.
Speedo Vanquisher 2.0 mirror.
Yeah, we need to look at our car again.
Is that the same symbol that was on that spy thing?
Yeah.
Yep. That's how you keep it on someone's vehicle.
Wonder if he took it off at the beach.
Very well could have.
$40.
Oh yeah, it's cheap to stalk somebody. You think this may be something CID would want to perhaps make it a very, very good interview with?
No.
We do have Stanley here, don't we?
We do. What was this in the car?
Center console
Center console?
of his car.
Okay.
So we don't know if he just pulled it off her car tonight.
Yeah.
Or if the other side of it's still on her car.
No, that's both sides. That's one side. That's the side that goes on her car.
So it's
Stanley said.
usually red
This is
with
empty,
a,
and that goes in there.
Yeah, this goes inside of here.
It may be low battery. He may have pulled it off to charge it, and he'll put it back on after charging, kind of
See,
deal.
I wonder, did he pull it off while they were at the beach?
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I mean? So what do you want? You want him to go ahead and take him for the traffic stuff, or Damas or whomever? And you want me to dig into this or what?
So he asked me what he's under arrest for. I said stalking.
Did you already?
I did. Okay, so can you, with Strange, do a post-Miranda interview?
Yeah.
Interrogation room?
So what this is telling me is that it has active cell phone service.
Exactly.
There is a SIM card
Stalking someone.
in here somewhere.
All right.
So I'm gonna take your handcuffs off.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you.
That way you can casually drink. Gotta give the keys here. Of course.
Corporal, thank you for that.
Absolutely, detective.
So Walter, I'm Bill Stanley. I'm a detective here with the police department. Yeah, and it's it's customary for the suits to get called out. Normally I'm in a suit and tie. Tonight I just happen to be covering the road because of Halloween stuff. So extra Halloween stuff. And so I'm in a regular uniform. But just wanted to meet with you. Let me get is this the correct spelling of your name?
Yes.
As it appears on your Massachusetts driver's license?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I'm just going to write, let me see here, Walter.
Of course.
You're no longer living in Massachusetts. What is your current home address?
Massachusetts is my primary address.
Oh, that is your primary.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Massachusetts is your primary?
Yes, sir.
Are you, what's
I
your,
rent on Cocoa Beach.
you're renting in Cocoa Beach?
Yes, sir.
But, now why would you say Massachusetts is the primary address?
Because I'm on a temporary contract.
Okay,
for work.
there you go. That makes sense then. So this would be your correct full address.
Yes, sir. I do not have plans to stay in Florida.
Okay. And that helps me get a clear picture of the address, so thank you for that. Massachusetts. You a Red Sox fan?
I don't like sports.
Oh, okay. No sports at all? Not even tennis or golf or anything?
Played football in high school.
No, okay. I got you. What's a good phone number for you?
My cell phone.
Now, you mentioned you're a temporary contractor. Who is that through? Who is the employer?
A mentor.
Say that again?
A mentor. We handle all facility services and launch support for Kennedy Space Center.
Okay.
They're the main primary contractor for NASA.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I work at KSC.
All right. Let's see. How long is you said temporary contract. How long is that contract for?
9 months.
9 months. Okay. How many months do you have left?
About 4.
4 months left? Okay. And then you plan to go back to Massachusetts after that?
It has been my plan.
That's the plan, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Amentum, is that how you say that? Amentum.
Yes, sir.
What is your actual career title?
HVAC control system engineer.
Okay. Is that like a mechanical engineer?
I am a mechanical
Okay.
engineer.
Then I'm going to say mechanical engineer because I will never remember all that other.
It's all good.
All right. What was your education? I'm curious. Where'd you do your schooling?
I hold a certificate in HVAC as a technician. I hold a bachelor's in mechanical engineering, and I'm currently finishing my master's in facility management. I also hold 2 licenses, a license in construction supervision, and I'm a grade 2 wastewater operator.
All right. You know, when I get called, it's usually because there's something going on. You know, a lot of times there is an issue with dating partners, former dating partners, and in this kind of scenario, right?
Yes, sir.
And so for me to be here, means that I've started an investigation.
Yes, sir.
And I have to do right by everybody. Really, I have to. Ultimately, I have to do right by the people of Florida. You watch TV at all? You ever watch any court shows or?
No,
so
I don't have cable.
I hear you, but you may be familiar then with civics. Where you hear an attorney or somebody stands up before a judge and they always say, "I'm here representing the people," right? So believe it or not, I'm not for Danielle. I'm not for you. I'm for the people of the state of Florida. And that's really where we try to come and get to the bottom of things, right? Did you do that on the roadside?
I believe I did.
Okay.
Would you like the actual card that's in my pocket?
No, it's all right. So I have to get to the bottom of things.
Oh, no, I did not.
Okay.
No.
So I've gotten Danielle's side. I always believe it's important to get the other side as well. I don't think it's fair to just get one side, okay? I'm willing to hear your side. I'm willing to hear from you if you choose to do so, all right? But I do have to read something to you first. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk with a lawyer now and at any time during this interview. So, Walter, do you understand each of the rights I've explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's pretty standard. You see that on TV, or again, you don't have cable, but same thing. I'm sure you've seen it on TV somewhere or read it in a book, where a cop has had to, inform you of your constitutional rights. Are you willing to give me your side of the story?
Out of respect to you, sir, I do not understand the state of Florida, and I will remain silent.
Okay.
I do not understand the laws here.
Okay.
I am not from here.
Gotcha.
And I don't understand the process.
Okay.
And because of that, I would prefer legal counsel.
You would?
Of course.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I just, and it's nothing against you. I'm from Massachusetts. I understand things in Massachusetts. I don't understand Florida.
Okay.
And that's, I think I would rather remain silent because I just don't understand this state.
Okay. So I'm just going to make a couple of statements. If you think my answers to these statements or my description of these statements help you understand,
Yes.
we can move forward. If not, I will absolutely respect your wishes as you have professionally given me respect. So, yes, Florida, every 50 states all the 50 states have somewhat different laws, different statutes, maybe even different definitions. I'll give you an example. You're not in trouble for any kind of battery or assault. This is just the easiest way to explain it. In Georgia, just across the border up there, 3 hours from here or 2 hours from here, assault is physical. In Florida, assault is verbal. So there's an example, as you say, where laws are different, okay? As far as your constitutional rights are concerned, that's actually national case law. It actually...
Same in Massachusetts.
Assault
is physical.
Exactly. So it came into play in the 60s, Miranda v. Arizona, because during a traffic stop, I believe it was a DUI, something of that nature, they were able to get the guy to, they basically had this kind of conversation with him, and the guy didn't speak very good English, and let's be honest, the cops were dirty as hell with that guy, and therefore that's why we explained to you. So I say all that to say to you, what I'm mentioning to you now, there's nothing different, and I give you my word on that, there's nothing different what's happening right this second than would be happening in Massachusetts.
Well, you understand my ignorance.
Yeah.
And that's my point.
Okay.
I've spent 36 years of my life in Massachusetts. I know that state very well.
Okay.
I do not know Florida.
Okay.
And just like you stated to me, that's a law that's different from my own state.
Okay.
And I just don't know.
Okay.
And so that confusion, that ignorance makes me feel as if I should stay silent.
I will respect that from this very moment forward then. I just wanted to, since only because you brought it up, I brought it up, but now that I want to make sure you're going to stay silent. That's what you're invoking right now?
Depends on the questions I'm asked. But
Okay, well I can't ask you any questions because you've invoked silence.
see, again, I don't know the state of Florida.
Okay.
I don't know the state.
I got you. So you would rather just stay silent?
I mean,
Okay.
am I allowed to have legal counsel?
You are allowed to have legal counsel. That's what I read to you.
Okay.
Now, if I decide that I want to talk to you, then I have to go try to find and provide legal counsel, or I have to allow you to call legal counsel. So, do you have a legal counsel on retainer already that you would like to call right now?
No, sir.
Nobody? Okay. Then what we won't do is I won't bother you with that then. I won't bother you with asking any questions. I won't ask you any questions that will, I guess the way the law would read is I'm not allowed to ask you any questions that would reasonably incriminate you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not allowed to ask you, something that's, if this was if I was here with John Doe and he didn't want to identify himself, but he's, wanted for stabbing someone in the face, I can't go, did you stab her in the face? I can't ask him that because he, like you, hypothetically, has invoked his Fifth Amendment right to silence, okay?
I appreciate your professionalism.
Absolutely, man. Just a couple of questions just to get done with my night, to check my boxes. This is your phone. Don't answer any questions. This is the phone that I took out of legally took out of your car. Motor vehicle exception. The evidence was found during a.
That was a search of his person.
This was the search of his person incident to arrest.
That came out of his pocket.
The GPS tracker in the console, that was during an inventory.
A tow inventory.
Inventory of the vehicle. Miss Danielle also allowed us to search her vehicle with consent, and we found the other tracker, believed to have been left by you. My question to you, because this is all your property, I'm not asking you if these are yours, that would likely incriminate you. I'm asking if you would give me consent to search these. No, okay, and I just have to ask, all right? So listen, you have invoked your right to silence, okay? I'm gonna get Corporal Strange to take you back downstairs to the holding cell so I can get some paperwork done, okay? I've got to do some paperwork. You are going to be arrested on one count of cyber stalking and one additional count of simple stalking, okay? They are both misdemeanors in the state of Florida.
Yes, sir.
They will carry no bond tonight
Yes, sir.
because of the dating situation. Don't be confused. It's called dating violence. You weren't violent in the sense of fists or whatever, but stalking falls under that, all right? So you'll be on one count of each of those, okay? And then Corporal Strange is going to continue his investigation. He may have some traffic stuff that's involved as well.
All I have on you, brother, is that you don't have a Florida driver's license after living and working here for more than 30 days.
May I
All
ask-
right.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, you may.
Am I allowed to go home tonight?
No.
No, you're going to go to the Brevard County Jail Complex, no hold bond, and that's the state of Florida. That's their rules, not mine.
Court's at 10:15 a.m. You'll get a bond then.
And you'll get a bond then, and you can bond out within a few hours. What's it, about a 7 to 9 hour process?
So,
after.
yeah, after you postpone, it's like 3 to 8 hours to get it.
No, it'd be tomorrow, Saturday.
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 Yes, they do court every day, brother.
Okay? If you change your mind, if you wish to speak to me, or wish to speak to Corporal Strange, the way that you get a hold of us in the holding cell, there's no telephone, you're going to stand up in the middle of your cell, and you're going to wave at the cameras like this. Just every few minutes, do this, wave at the cameras. The communication center will alert us that you were waving at the cameras, and someone will come to you, and then you can give us your wishes then,
How
should you change your mind.
how soon may I speak to legal counsel?
So the way that works is you'll get bonded. You'll get booked, not bonded, booked through the jail, and then once you go through that process, they fingerprint you, they take a picture of you, they allow you then to make some phone calls, and
There are advertisements inside the holding cells, big sticky vinyls on the wall that have phone numbers for attorneys and bondsmen.
So you mentioned providing me one.
I'll get to that step. So when you go to initial appearance court, I used to run initial appearance court at the jail. I worked there for 3.5 years. When you get to initial appearance court, they're going to line you up in a hallway, and the public defender is going to go around and hand out an affidavit of indigency, where you're going to write down how much you make, what you pay in rent, what your assets are, and based on that affidavit, the judge will determine whether or not you are indigent, which means the state will provide you an attorney, a public defender. If you qualify for the services of the public defender, he or she will immediately start representing you at initial appearance court and fight on your behalf for bond. If you don't, then you'll basically be at the mercy of the judge and the state, and you can fight for your own bond. I can't give you legal advice, but it typically doesn't work out well when people try to represent themselves in court. They'll grant you a reasonable bond, as is your constitutional right. And then when you bond out, you can reach out to private counsel to represent you further in the case.
Thank you.
and all that'll take place in the morning. All right.
Say 10:30.
10,
Yeah.
yeah,
10:15 or
10:15. 10:15, as long as the juvenile court ends before that. They typically do the juveniles at 9, and they'll get you in the courtroom immediately after.
All right. I'm going to work on that paperwork as fast as I can. No promises, but I'm going to get Corporal Strange to take you back to the holding cell. And, by our company policy, we do have to handcuff you to do that, okay? So,
Can I get you a snack? I have brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts, and I have the Swiss rolls.
Too much sugar.
Okay. That's right. You're working on your extreme physical fitness. If I find protein bars, does that interest you?
sure.
Okay. I have to get the arm hairs.
All right, Walter, like I said, man, if you decide to talk, just wave at the camera. All right, Corporal, thank you.
You're welcome, Detective. Right through here.
Best of luck, Walter.
gonna hang a right turn here. Your vehicle, the tow truck owner asked me to let you know when you come get it, you will need to provide proof of ownership. That can be done through a title in your name, registration in your name, which I told him you're still the registered owner. It's just not registered to be operated on a roadway. So he knows that you own the car. Is the title in Massachusetts?
Yes.
Is there anyone up there that can mail it to you?
My bank has it.
Oh, your bank has it. So, if what you could do, the only reason I took the license plate is because the registration is canceled.
They don't even do that in Massachusetts, so.
What haven't you heard of? The license plate thing?
Showing a title?
Showing a title to prove ownership to a tow company from a police impound?
In the state of Massachusetts.
In the state of Florida, if your vehicle is police impounded, the tow company who takes possession of your vehicle must be provided proof of ownership.
So how else can I show ownership?
Registration in your name.
It's in the glove box.
Well, the problem is it needs a license plate on it to leave.
Okay.
And I took both of them because your registration got canceled by the state of Massachusetts.
Well, how do I? Title's in the mail, heading off to Massachusetts, back to my bank today.
You mailed it to your bank today? That is the worst coincidence on earth. I'm going to go through this door this time. 35 code to be entering holding cells. If I can have you stand right here in front of this door, please.
You know the daily cost of holding my key?
$22.80 a day, I believe. Come on, right through here. $22.80 a day.
Oh, $22.
Yeah, $22.80. So impound fees are set by the county commission. They cannot price gouge you as if a private tow could. A private tow can charge mileage here, there, storage right through back here.
So what if I can't get my hands on a title?
That would be a question for the owner of the tow company who showed up to get your Jeep. He's available Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday is going to be 9 to 4. And on Saturdays, he's available from 10 to 3, I believe. His phone number, watch your hands for a second.
Registration doesn't count anymore, right? He won't take that?
He'll take it as proof of ownership, but in order to be driven off the lot,
Well, I'm not going to drive out the lot.
you'll dolly it off the lot.
I'll figure something out.
That's fine. You can work that out with him. And
You have that old registration though.
the registration is in the glove box. I have the tags. I just have the tags. There's proof that it's yours. On top of the fact that you are listed as the registered owner on the tow sheet. We'll get you a copy of that tow sheet in your property so you know the phone number for the company that it went to and the address.
So I'm in here until 10 a.m. tomorrow.
No, you're in here for the time it takes for Detective Stanley and I to finish our paperwork, and then I will take you up to the jail where you can be booked and ready for court.
And court is Monday.
No, court's in 7 hours.
Oh, you guys have court all weekend.
We have court every day. You are constitutionally guaranteed court every day.
See, if this was Massachusetts, I'd be stuck here till Monday.
That's unconstitutional. That is against the United States Constitution.
As far as I know.
Even on holidays, New Year's, Christmas, they have court every day. Can I get you another bottle of water before I leave in here for a little bit?
Yes, please.
I'll be back in just a moment. This one is not refrigerated. Alright. I'm trying to explain it to
I don't know
you.
if I'm being strong armed right now. I
If you're being what?
I just don't understand.
Okay, it literally in red tells you that your signature is not an admission. Correct.
Right.
We are in the Cocoa Beach Police Department holding facility.
I don't understand what's going on.
What don't you understand? I'd be happy to explain it.
This is way out of what I'm used to. I would never be taken out of handcuffs and have to sign something in Massachusetts.
Okay, have you done anything violent for me to not?
No, of course not.
Okay, so then I'm okay. I'm comfortable with you not having handcuffs on. That's my discretion. I'm a supervisor at this agency.
When am I allowed to talk to legal counsel?
You can talk to legal counsel anytime that I'm about to ask you questionings of criminal intent. I'm not asking you anything criminal right now. Your right to legal counsel is it's not a convenience, right? So like you can't have it here in the middle of our facility in the middle of our booking process. This is simply a booking process. When you get to the jail, you'll have the ability to make a phone call to them. And when you're in initial appearance court, should the judge find you indigent, the public defender will represent you immediately. Indigent means that you are under a certain financial threshold between assets and income to where the state deems that defending yourself financially would put you out of a home. Basically put you out of home.
Oh, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, so then you would be indigent.
I barely got $300 to my name.
Okay, you would be indigent. And the state would provide you a legal counsel on your behalf. They wouldn't. I think it's a $50 fee at the end of your court case to be represented by the state. Right?
Ain't going to let me leave tonight, is it?
That is correct. Not signing them is an additional charge with a $500 bond added on top of what you're looking at.
I got to go to court either way. What do I sign?
The little X right there, I just need a signature, you promising to show up to the court date listed above. TOT stands for turned over to. It means I'm bringing you to the jail and leaving you in their possession. This is your inmate personal property seat. This is a Brevard County form. This is for the jail. You have your wallet and your house key and your 2 citations going with you. And I need to put your clothing on the bottom before you sign it. And then I'll answer the phone question here very shortly. Are you wearing underwear?
Nope.
No shoes, no hat, no sweater, any jewelry?
No.
No surprise jewelry, no Prince Albert or anything?
Not that I remember.
Okay. So your signature here and here is for the property coming with you. In reference to your cell phone, we have reasonable, articulable suspicion that we believe there may be evidence of a crime on the phone. Mm-hmm. So we're seizing it until Detective Stanley can do a search warrant on it. Mm-hmm. At the conclusion of that search warrant, they will get, hard to say they'll get in touch with you. They may visit you at your house and knock and say, hey, by the way, since you don't have a phone, this is the only way we can get in touch with you. We're done with it. You can come pick it up. So it's under safekeeping. It's seized for a search warrant. But as soon as we've executed the search warrant, you'll be able to get your phone back. So if you want to come knock every couple of days and check on it, or if you get a temporary phone and you want to call us every once in a while and say, hey, what's the status? Detective Stanley would be very happy to answer that phone call and return that to you. I can see a lot's going through your mind, and I want to remind you that you did invoke your right to silence, and nothing I'm saying, I'm not trying to elicit a response to you, so I caution you. Your reaction to me telling you there's a search warrant on your phone may incriminate you, so I want you to be careful about your reaction.
I'm fine.
Okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm just taking it maybe.
I put your laptop back. I don't think that your laptop was connected to the stalking case, so I put it back in the Jeep. I saw there was a lot of NASA prints all over it, so I didn't think it was appropriate to take that from you.
Well, let's go to the property.
We're going to go hands in the front again, just like this. Super informal. Double lock so they don't over tighten on you. If I can have you join me this way, please. I'm going to go out that door straight in front of you to the back right seat of vehicle 75 right here. Officer Adamas is going to take you straight up to the jail so you can get booked. Are you wanting to?
He only had a phone and stuff like that.
Correct. I mean,
saw
I searched him. Okay. Have a seat, please. That is everything, including...
The young male was arrested on 1 count of cyberstalking and an additional count of symbol stalking. These charges are misdemeanor offences. Share your thoughts below.